बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम प्यारे बच्चों। आज का जो हमारा 12th का टॉपिक है दैट इज सेक्स लिंक्ड डिसऑर्डर्स। सेक्स लिंक्ड डिसऑर्डर्स, आपको मैं बता दूं कि व्हाट आर सेक्स लिंक्ड डिसऑर्डर्स। दैट्स फर्स्ट डिफाइन any disorder which is linked with the sexual genes is called sex linked disorder. The disorders which are linked with the sex genes are called sex linked disorders. As we already know, the sex linked gene is directly passed to the next generation, so the sexual linked genes or sex linked disorders also pass to the next generation. But the prominent effect is that we already know that there are about 20 sex linked genes in human beings. Any deviation in the one gene of the sex gene, any deviation in one sex gene will show the phenotypic effect in the coming generation. There are so many, but we have to discuss the two important sex linked disorders. One is called colorblindness and other is called hemophilia. Let's first see colorblindness. What's colorblindness? Colorblindness first of all seen in Dalton. It was first of all seen in Dalton. He was colorblind. A colorblind person is unable to distinguish between the red and the green color. As we already know, our retina contains both cone cells and rod cells. The cones are responsible for distinguishing the color. So defect of the protein will lead to the defect of the cone. They are not able to distinguish between the red and the green color. As we already know, the females produce two X chromosomes. They are homozygous, and the males produce one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. But females are hemizygous. Males are hemizygous. So the female to be a color blindness, there should be two. If this female, one X gene of the female is color blindness, the another gene on the another allele on the another X chromosome stops its expression. That's why females remain carrier. While males, if colorblind gene is, if the defect is present in the X chromosome, there is no homolog to stop this expression, so it can be expressed in case of males because males are hemizygous. So the color blindness is mostly found in the males as compared to females. Females, they remain carriers. They carry generation from first generation to the second generation. So this is called criss-cross pattern. When a defect passes from one generation through females to another male generation, that's called criss-cross pattern. You will see here in the map, if a marriage between a female and the colorblind and male, what will happen? The first generation females will be carriers, players will be carriers. And in second generation, the males, 50% males will be colorblind and the 50% males will be normal, while females will be carriers. This is called criss-cross pattern of inheritance. When any defect that passes from males through the carrier females to the next generation of the males, from first generation, second generation of the males, this is called criss-cross pattern. So this color blindness mostly affects the males. Males become colorblind. To a female to be colorblind, it should possess colorblind genes on both the X chromosomes. Otherwise, one colorblind in one X will stop the expression by the other homolog of the other X chromosome.